the last round of this fight, we know Malignaggi, Brian, is well ahead on the cards. Has lost only one round, and that came in the last 10 seconds of round 6 when Fernandez hurt Malignaggi, but there was no follow-up attack.
There go Paulie back on that stick. But Fernandez is doing an excellent job with trying to close ground.
Why did Fernandez have that success at the end of round 6? What made that moment different from virtually every other moment in this fight?
Well, I don't believe in, when you're inside the ring, I don't believe in luck. But I think it was partial luck. He just threw a punch and Paulie happened to dip that way. And he got caught with the right hand. Then when he hit Paulie with the right hand, he just followed through and threw a combination. And hurt him badly with that left hook.
Reason for concern that Paulie was hurt by that shot?
I mean, yes and no.
Big picture.
The big picture, yes. Because that means defensively, there's still some lapse there. He can still be hurt. And you want him to stay sharp and work on defense because the offense is there.
Well, Malignaggi's punched more often than Fernandez throughout this fight. He's had the much better jab, the much better hand speed, and he's been elusive. Ring generalship on Malignaggi. Whether coming forward or backing up, he's done both.
He'll never hit Paulie that way. In the middle of the ring, just trying to cover up. Too many exits for Paulie.
Malignaggi boxes with his eyes wide open. He sees everything coming. In addition to the great reflexes he has great eyes. And that's something you don't hear about fighters too often. But you're not going to get hit with something you see if you're pulling Malignaggi. 4-punch combination by Malignaggi. Do those punches hurt? Probably not, but they impressed the judges enough to give the rounds to Malignaggi. Left hook to the top of the head by Fernandez.
But that's what I was talking about. When Paulie punched, you punched. Paulie with the 4-punch there, and Fernandez beat him to the punch with a left hook.
There's 30 seconds remaining in this fight, and the chance for Fernandez to do to Malignaggi what he did at the end of round 6, it just doesn't look like it's going to happen again. And Malignaggi well ahead on points. I'd go as far as to say, Brian, he's won 78 rounds. You agree?
I agree with that. I would love to argue, but I can't.
Malignaggi finishes the show by making Chris Fernandez miss, miss, and miss again. So 5 months ago, Ricky Hatton stopped Paulie Malignaggi's first stoppage loss of Malignaggi's career, only the second loss overall. We remind you, Malignaggi, a former world titleist, only 2 losses to Miguel Cotto and Ricky Hatton. And you don't keep better company than that. Tonight in his comeback fight, an 8-rounder against Chris Fernandez, Malignaggi won 7 out of 8 rounds. We're at the MGM Grand at Foxwoods in our main event. Paulie Malignaggi, 8 rounds against Chris Fernandez from Salt Lake City, Utah. Fernandez with a record of 16-6-1 coming in, 9 KOs. Malignaggi, 28 from Brooklyn, 25-2, 5 KOs. And they're comparing notes right now. Paulie loves to fight. He also loves to talk, as we know. He sat in with us many times on Broadway Boxing. And if he had his chance, I'm sure he'd like to want a microphone and analyze the fight while he was boxing. But technology does not allow for that at this point. Malignaggi with his new trainer, Sharif Yunan, replaces Buddy McGirt. Buddy and Paulie broke up after the loss to Ricky Hatton. And our ring announcer, Joe Antonacci, is getting ready. And let's go to Joe to make this official.
Boxing fans, after 8 rounds of action, we go to the Palm Steakhouse scorecards. And all three of our judges, George Smith, Don Trella, and Glenn Feldman, agree, scoring the bout 79-73. All for your winner by unanimous decision. From Brooklyn, New York, the former IBF Junior Welterweight Champion of the World, Paulie, the Magic Man, Malignaggi.
Just as we saw at 79-73 on all three cards, that means all three judges gave Chris Fernandez round 6. I don't need to see the cards to know that. And for Paulie Malignaggi, the best part of this, the smile we saw after that decision was given, because after losing to Ricky Hatton, he did no smiling at all. And right now, Paulie's with our Brian Adams. Brian, go.
Thanks, Steve. Up here with Paul Malignaggi, the Magic Man. Back in the winner column, 5 months ago, you fought Ricky Hatton. A disappointing loss.
Yeah, very, very.
New trainer. Please give me your thoughts on the transition from Buddy McGirt to Sharif.
You know, Sharif is more of a creative type of boxer. Buddy, I'm not taking anything away from Buddy. Buddy trains you in a lot of ways to fight like he wanted to fight, or he did fight, which is not a bad thing, because he won 2 world titles fighting like that. But what works for me might not work for you. What might work for you might not work for the next guy. And I believe I had to get back to doing a lot of what I was doing. And Sharif has a creative mind. I don't like to be caged in. You know what I mean? Basically, you have to do things this way. You have to do things this way. I like to have that creative mind also, where you can keep your options open as to which way to counter, which way to move, which way to come this way, and which way to come that way. So, you know, it's a work in progress. I felt like this is a good fight to get back on track, and we can just move ahead from here.
So no concerns that you got hurt at the end of the 6th round?
And, you know, I'm not going to be one of these fighters that says, oh, I didn't get hurt. You know, he buzzed me. He buzzed me bad enough to know. I still don't even know if it was a 6th or 7th, actually. I thought it was a 7th. Was it 6th? See, I went 2 rounds, I guess, without even realizing I was hurt. See, I was hurt. I'll admit that. I thought I got hurt in the 7th, and we only fought 1 round hurt. I guess I fought 2 rounds hurt. And like I said, I'm not one of these guys that doesn't admit it. If I get buzzed, I will admit it. I also believe very strongly in my recovery powers, and I felt like I recovered well enough to come back and try to keep winning rounds. I trained very hard for this, and you know, I sparred with Saddam Ali, a 2008 U.S. Olympian, and he's got a bright future also. And you know, we got each other ready for this card, and we're gonna keep getting each other ready for the future. You know, Sharif Yunan's my new trainer, very creative mind. You know, he works very well with speed, and as you guys know, I have a lot of speed, so it's a work in the right direction.
Well, indeed. Congratulations. He's back in the winner column, trying to get back to the top of the 140-pound division.
Let me know if I got a good enough jab to match this guy's, man. This guy had a bad jab.
Back to you, Steve Farhood.
Thanks, Brian.
All right, Brian. Paulie Malignaggi speaks as fast as he punches, and he is happy. And we all like Paulie very much. He's part of the Broadway boxing family. We're happy that he's happy. You see the hand speed of Paulie Malignaggi. Very early in this fight, it seemed to intimidate Chris Fernandez. Fernandez didn't throw enough punches to even be in the fight. Look at the defense here by Malignaggi. Again, not just moving his head, but moving his feet, spinning, presenting different angles to Fernandez, and stifling Fernandez's offense. But the end of round 6, look what happened. For a brief moment, there was a lapse in that defense. Malignaggi got hurt badly by a right hand and a left hook. There was no follow-up attack. Malignaggi controlled rounds 7 and 8. He won 7 of the 8 rounds on all 3 judges' cards on his way to a unanimous decision win. First fight with his new trainer, and it did look like the old Paulie Malignaggi, but of course that was the idea here against Chris Fernandez, a fighter Paulie sensed he could beat, and did so convincingly. Brian, a quick wrap-up on what you saw from Paulie.
Well, Paulie went back to being creative. He said his trainer, Sharif, is creative, so he's able to be in there and be the Magic Man with a creative trainer.
Paulie Malignaggi, still a junior welterweight contender, gets the win tonight against Chris Fernandez on Broadway Boxing. Brian Adams, Paulie Malignaggi victorious in our main event. How'd you think he looked?
I thought Paulie, I thought he did well. I thought the speed was there, the reflexes was there. He was comfortable inside the ring. Although he got hurt very badly in the 6th round, so defensively there was still some lapse there for him. But overall, I grade his performance as a B+.
All righty, Paulie Malignaggi victorious in the main event at the MGM Grand at Foxwoods here on Broadway Boxing. For Brian Adams, I'm Steve Farhood. Thanks for watching.